This car provides a great opportunity for someone that wants a stick shift or has bought a car with a column shift 3-speed transmission. And it provides you with I'm going to give you a little lesson on how this works, because most people do not understand the shift pattern on a column shift transmission. Column shift right here as opposed to a shifter on the floor. And there's nothing on here that tells you which direction to go to shift it. And you may buy or be interested in a car like this and it's kind of confusing to you, so you wonder, what should I do, or how am I going to learn how to do this? So I'm going to give you a quick lesson here. Here's the first part of what to learn here. All standard shifts have neutral, meaning that if you leave the gear shift in a certain position, the car won't go backwards or forward. It's in neutral. And so the way you tell about neutral on this is if you can move the gear shifter like this. If you have it in gear, then you see you can't move it. There's no movement. But when you come up to the neutral position, and that's right in the center of where the gear shifter ranging for shifting is located. So now we're in neutral and we can start this car, and I'm going to show you how to go to reverse. So we put a pattern on the video that we're making so you can identify each one of the gears, but I'm going to go through it with you. So pulling back and going up like that is reverse. And this is actually an H pattern, so it's an H with neutral being in the middle, and this part of the H is reverse. Low gear is down like this, and then the next gear would be second, and you come up to neutral, go forward, it pops in neutral with a spring and goes to second, and then down to third. So we'll just go drive it for a second here, and I'll show you how to shift through the gears. It'll be kind of fun. So here we go. We are in neutral, but it's always wise when you're driving a standard shift to keep your foot in on the clutch. That way, if you happen to miss neutral, the car's not going to try to start in gear and take off on you. On an older car like this, it will start in any gear. If your clutch pedal is up like this and you try to turn the key, it's going to start in first, second, third, or reverse. Whereas a newer car, there are ways to prevent you from starting it. As long as you have your foot in on the clutch, it won't start the engine. So we've got our foot on the clutch, and we're going to turn the key and start the engine. We're going to take the park brake off. And now we're going to go to reverse. So they pull back and go up, and that's reverse. And then as soon as we can get out in the traffic here, we'll go forward. Now, when you're waiting like this, you want to be sure that you have your foot on the clutch and your foot on the brake. A lot of people get nervous about standard shifts, thinking they got to give it a lot of gas, but the reality of it is that you don't have to give an old car just a whole lot of gas to get going, and that's when you give it the gas. So we backed up like this. We're coming up with reverse. See, I didn't hit the gas. Now I'm going down to first, not touching the gas much at all. And you can see this car just takes off very smoothly. So now we're going to come up here and turn the corner, and we're going to go through a shift pattern one time so you can see what that's like. So here I got my foot off the clutch, foot on the gas, turned the corner. I'm still in low gear, and now I'm going to speed up a little bit. And now I'm going to go to second gear. Foot on the clutch, up to neutral, and into second. Up, over, up. That's second gear. And now we're going to go to third gear. Down, down, and that's straight down. There's no movement in neutral. Neutral, pull back for reverse, go forward for second, go straight down for second to third. Now we're coming up on a stoplight, so I'm going to put my foot on the clutch and one foot on the brake. I'm not getting any movement from the motor, so we're going to kind of coast up to the stop sign. We're going to come out of third and pull back for first. Here we go around the corner in first gear. You can see I did not give it any gasoline to speak of, and we just took off very smoothly. So now we got a stop sign up here, so I'm just going to push my foot on the clutch. I'm just going to leave it low gear, and I'm going to coast up to the stop sign, turn my turn signal on, and I'm going to turn this corner and go back to my shop. Here's the last time that we're going to shift for you. We're in first. We're going to come up to neutral, go forward, and into second. There's second gear. And now we're going to go to third gear. Clutch back in, all the way straight down, and we're in third gear. Very simple, easy to do. don't get in a hurry and don't get nervous. I'm Barry Wilson with Wilson Auto Repair. If you want to see more videos like this, go to my website, wilsonauto.com.